What's going on, YouTube? This hobby, without a doubt, definitely takes a lot of time out of your life, especially when you're dealing with a large collection. I don't have too big of a collection, but I'm in the hundreds, so it's kind of big. And I just got done working a 16-hour shift. But today, while I was working, some new racks from Animal Plastics arrived at my doorstep. So I have them in my garage now, and after working a 16-hour shift, I'm going to put in probably another 2 to 3 more hours putting these racks together. Partially because I'm impatient and I really want to have these racks together, and also because I am completely out of baby room. So I need to put the baby rack together minimum just so I can have space for the babies that are hatching and I can house everybody once they've all shed out. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you the boxes and then I'm going to build them and I'll show you the finished product. Alright, so as you can see, there's about 9 boxes. Excuse the mess in my garage, and they're right in the middle. Hence why I'm not going to show you me making them, but there's 9 big boxes full of parts. And right next to that, I have all the new tubs. I bought ARS tubs for the large racks, adult racks, and I bought Iris shoebox tubs for the baby racks. So those are the boxes. I'll show you the end product. Alright, so it's been a little over 2 weeks since I shot the first half of that video. Putting the racks together took me some time. The biggest pain in the butt was feeding the Flex Watt heat tape through the levels of the rack. Putting the racks together themselves is fairly easy, especially after you get done with the first one. The next 2 fall into place really easy. It's just the Flex Watt is a pain in the butt. They even say it in the directions, and man, is it true. It's not my first time dealing with it with an Animal Plastic rack, but it's been a while and it sucks. So this is my review for the CB70 rack. I bought 2 of those, 12 high, and I'm using ARS tubs. And I also bought one of their 330 racks, and that one's 15 high and it holds 45 tubs. And that's a baby rack. So first I'm going to show you the adult rack with the ARS tubs. Okay, so these are the racks. I have them stacked right next to each other. Sorry, the floor's a little wet and dirty. I was just cleaning. These are the tubs. And this female right here is already at 1,700 grams. And you can see she has plenty of room. This is big enough to hold, man, so females that are in the 3,000 or 4,000 range. You're definitely never going to have an adult female ball python that is too big for these. So with the CB70 racks, I really like them. I opted for the economy racks, which means that it actually comes in more pieces and the sides aren't solid. Which means it's also a little flimsy. So as you can see, I'm gonna just rock it right here. And see the whole rack kind of rocks the whole thing shakes. But it's extremely lightweight. And since I have it right against the wall and right against my other Animal Plastic rack, it's actually not too big of a deal. I haven't really had many issues with it. And I love that it fits these ARS tubs. These things are amazing. I really like those tubs with the water bowls built in. Now, for the baby rack. So this is the baby rack. Again, excuse the mess. I was just cleaning. As you can see, it's great. Like, I mean, the IRS tubs fit really nicely in there. It's really extremely lightweight, but this one is even more flimsy. And man, it shakes when just pulling the tubs out, which I really don't like. So I'm going to try to figure out some way to secure it maybe to the wall up top so it shakes less. But man, this thing really shakes. And another thing about this rack, let's see if I can do it. So here's my last clutch. You'll see when I'm pushing in the tub. Well, that one was actually pretty good. Let's find one that... Alright, so this is a good example. So I'm going to push in this tub, and you'll see right there, it just got stuck. When I go to push it in, it gets stuck. I have to really push it up, push it in hard, or I have to like hold on to it and really maneuver it in nice and smooth. And that's because the back is has the FlexWatt heat tape sunken in below the level, so it actually doesn't touch the tubs at all, which is great because you're not going to get any rubbing, and that FlexWatt heat tape is really going to last you a long time without having to worry about catching fire or getting ruined because of the rubbing. But it created another problem. These tubs, you can see, have these little grooves at the bottom, and whenever they slide over that indent, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll try to, actually. Let's see if I can get an angle of it. So you can see it's right back here. You can't really see it too well. But there's a dent there, an indent. And they come with these little black slips of plastic that you slide into the indent to try to make it perfectly smooth. But the thing is, it's not consistent. It doesn't fit exactly like it should. So some of the tubs you'll see slide in really well, and other tubs get stuck and just get hit. So honestly, I love the CB70 tubs. I would definitely buy those again for my adults. They're lightweight. Animal plastic makes adult racks probably the most cost efficient that I've seen. Their pricing is phenomenal. But as far as baby racks go, I much prefer my homemade baby rack, which holds, 70 or 80 tubs, and cost me probably less. Actually, I know it did. It cost me less than that baby rack, which holds less tubs. And the tubs in these slide perfect. So I'm going to need more baby space in the future, actually for next season. So I plan on just building more of my own racks rather than purchasing a animal plastics rack. So I'm trying to give you guys an honest review. Like I said, I definitely like the CB70 tubs. I got the economy version. Sorry, it's a little hot in here. Which I really like because it's lightweight. It's very easy to put together. Feeding the FlexWatt heat tape through it is a pain in the butt. But other than that, the rack's super easy to put together. I love that it takes ARS tubs, and the tubs slide perfect. The baby rack is just as flimsy, but since it's even more lightweight and doesn't get weighed down by the tubs and the snakes and the bedding and all that, it really still wobbles quite a bit. And the tubs catch where the heat tape is. So I wouldn't recommend it, and I wouldn't buy it again. Next time I'll be building my own baby racks. And the reason why I went with animal plastics over something like the ARS behind me or a Freedom Breeder rack is because of the space. Animal plastic racks take up a lot less space and are way lighter than something like this, and they're way more cost efficient. And for me, I don't have much space left in my snake room, so it's all about trying to fit as much in as possible. And I was able to do that with the animal plastics over the ARS. You can see this ARX rack is actually taller than me, and it's only 10 high. Whereas the animal plastic racks that hold adults is 12 high, and it's just barely taller than me, and it's still shorter than the ARS rack, which holds 10 tubs for my juveniles. So you really can't beat the space convenience of an animal plastic rack over an ARS rack. So that's my review. Hopefully you guys liked it. Please leave me a like and a thumbs up if you enjoyed this review. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think the best racks are.